All right, this is a great time to kind of segue into video and to go a little bit deeper into this practice gym. Now, people say, kind of what's the essence of it? You know, in the tagline, it's how to become more resilient, resourceful, and do it repeatedly. That's the practice gym, because life is about 90% spent in practice and only about 10% or less is in the actual performance. You know, all the good stuff. And that may sound a little like depressing, but not really. I'll tell you why this came up this week and why I wanted to share it with you. A couple days ago was a 1-year anniversary of my mom and her death. Like I like to believe, the passing into heaven. You may have a different belief, and that's okay. But her passing, and I got to thinking about, she really embodied the practice gym and why this actually started and got fueled because of her. Because even 40 years ago, let's say 40, maybe even longer, she talked about dying eventually. And why is that different? Why is that important today in this episode? Because it was a awareness of the inevitable and then a focus on life and living. So many times that we focus on things when we really need to be aware. And sometimes we're just aware of things when we really need to focus. You know, let's look at, for example, our health. A lot of times people, and you can look in the country here, that the huge obesity rates, we're just kind of aware of this. We're not stupid as Americans, let's say. We're just not focused on what we need to do. Let's look about money. Same thing. We're aware we need to save for retirement or for things or whatever. Yet we're just not focused on it. We're focused on what can I get now? And just life in general. You know, the big thing that I do when I'm coaching people, whether it's in the finances or life or business, is where are you focused and where are you aware? And try to get those aligned, because you have to have them aligned. If you are not focused and you're not aligned in the appropriate areas, you're going to suffer. So my mom was aware of her impending death. Now, it happened 40 years later, but I can tell you that her death, the checkered flag of life, as I like to call it, was a glorious event. And that may sound a little morbid, but here's the thing. Mom left a good legacy. She left a good life. She was aware of her impending death, but she was focused on living while she was alive. And that's really the lesson today, is become aware of the things that you're not going to change and become focused on the things you can do today. Become focused on the things you can do today. And that's really the message for today and this week, is know where you're focusing, know where you need to be aware, and if they're aligned properly in the proper places. All right, quick call to action. Take out a piece of paper, write down just the major ones: your health, your wealth, your finances, your relationship. That's the top three. That's the trifecta. That's the triple crown. Where are you focused and aware on your health? Where are you focused and aware on your finances? And where are you focused and aware on your relationship? It's as simple as that. Start with that. Let me know in your comments what you think, and I'll see you next week here on the Practice Gym. So keep practicing, my friends.